Ane, bonjour. Hello, good morning. Mr. Mayor, it's customary for me when I say ane, bonjour, or hello or good morning, that everybody replies back. Ane. Now you're awake. Feels good now. How's everybody this morning?
Good, thank you. Very good.
Very good, thank you. Mr. Mayor, thank you for giving me the opportunity and the invite to address your council this morning. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here. And it's such a delight to see so much orange here this morning. And your signs that you have up gives me those relief feelings that we're not alone anymore. We have the support of others. It has been difficult for the first peoples of this land to survive. There has been so much discrimination over the many, many years. One big item, if anyone has ever heard of the Indian Act, we are the only people that is governed by an act in the entire world. They pretty well tell us what to do, where to do it, when to do it, how to do it. That's basically what the act does. It's been hard being the first peoples of this land, or our Anishinaabe. We've been called everything. We've been called Indians, Aboriginals, Indigenous. Who else has received those kind of names in their lifetime? I've seen it all. This is why, whenever I'm called to go speak somewhere, I do not hesitate. If they would only teach Canadian history in our schools once in a while, we would know more and more about each other. We know more about European history, United States history, than we do our own. And I believe that some of this has come to light, as I see here today, the orange. Nobody ever heard of the residential school until a commission was developed to do that. Bring out the truth. They talk about truth and reconciliation. We, the first people of this land, know the truth. We know the truth. That was up to those who want to know the truth and believe in the truth. And that's the only way I believe that we will succeed in reconciliation. And we cannot do that alone. We got to work that together, figure these things out. Think of those little children. Sometimes I get kind of emotional just thinking of it. Kids 4, 5, 6, 7 years old. The Indian agent come to the First Nation. Pick all these little kids. Parents never had no choice. That is the way the Crown, the federal government, dealt with us. They come into our communities, they always said, a big black car. And that's what they picked the children up. Supposedly taking them to learn a better education. They also said taking the Indianness out of the child. You know, it hurts just talking about it. Those little children, how they suffered. The number of unmarked graves that were found. And those who survived the residential school, not only did they have to overcome the torture that they had received, but how were they able to survive after that? How could they raise a family? The pain that they suffered, they moved, they got into other substances of abuse, such as alcohol and drugs. And you look at them trying to raise a family, they wouldn't have encountered any parent skills at a residential school. And if that is the way you're supposed to raise a child, then that would be the reflection that they got on how to raise a child. And then therefore, their children would be growing in an abusive situation. So there's a long old healing process in this. And it's so grateful that it is being recognized and we are being listened to now on the results of what has happened. It's hard being a leader in a community and listening to some of the stories. How can you deal with some of these? How can you deal with some of these issues? I've been very fortunate as a leader of my community. I'm able to get along real well with my members. They wanted me back this time. I retired once from politics, but my community wanted me back this time. So that is why I'm here. Because my love for my community, my affection for my community. And that's what you need if you're going to move forward. You never think of the negative things. What you did yesterday is gone. Why worry about it? What are we going to do tomorrow? Why think about it? It's not here yet. When tomorrow becomes today, we'll deal with it. Yes, you can make all the plans you want. If that day comes for that planned day, then so be it. I live for the moment. I live for this here moment right now, in which I'm really grateful that I had an opportunity to come to Lindsay and raise a flag for every child. Not only the child from the residential school, but every child that is going through homelessness, that is going through hunger. This is why I say, if you got small children, even your adult son or daughter, give them a hug. They mean so much. They mean so much to us. Mr. Mayor, I really appreciate your acknowledgement, your counsel in the city of Lindsay for the National Day of Truth and Reconciliation. We know every child matters. Every child matters. They will grow up one day to sit in these chairs, be a mayor one day. They will do that. But we also have to learn how to be passionate about it and bringing our children to recognize the importance of responsibilities, the importance of caring, and most of all, the importance of love and respect. You know, it's difficult. I always speak from within. I never have a written speech that I go by. I couldn't follow it anyway if I did have one. But looking around here and all the smiles on the faces, let all those smiles reflect back to their children when they put their arms around them and say, I love you. Thank you for this opportunity, Mr. Mayor and Council. I really appreciate it. I never ever thought I'd be able to stand in front of a council or any group to speak, but the Creator has given me that ability to do so. Give me the courage, the respect to everyone. So I thank you all very much for listening to me. And I'll be thinking of you also when you lower the flag on a National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. Love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief, for sharing. I can assure you, on behalf of everyone here today, that you are not alone. I'm wondering if you'll join us for a moment of silent reflection.